want to do Terrifier so bad. So bad. I love him.
Today we have some exciting Terrifier 4 updates. If it's some cryptic comments from the director or some of the other projects that the people behind these movies are also working on. Now let's get into it. Hey everybody, I'm Killjoy Jake, and instead of having friends, I have horror movies. If you're excited for Terrifier 4 just like myself, then make sure to like this video and subscribe for more update videos on horror movies just like this. Also, the best way to support this page is by becoming a channel member or Patreon supporter, where you'll get exclusive content. Patreon supporters exclusively now get trailer reaction videos on top of all that. My first trailer reaction is already up on The Strangers Chapter 3. Thank you all so much for your support. Now let's get into this. Cracking this update video wide open, just like a chestnut on Christmas morning. It's been announced that the novelization for Terrifier 3 will release literally tomorrow on December 2nd. The novel comes from author Tim Wagner, who is no stranger to this series, also penning the novelization for Part 2. On top of that, Wagner has also written novelizations for films such as Halloween Kills and the entire X trilogy. From the cover art, it almost looks like a comic book, and I'm really excited to read this one and see those fun little differences from the movie to the book. There's little things like that in Tim Wagner's version of Terrifier 2, and I can't wait to see what he's added to T3. Hopefully more shenanigans with Arthur Claus. Speaking of other Terrifier media, the Terrifier arcade game came out very recently, and I've been playing it a ton over on the gaming channel GullGotha. I'm gonna be streaming that game again this Friday, playing some of the other weird side modes. Thank you to everybody who has watched my bloody pixelated coverage of that game. More horror game videos on the way. Our leading lady, Lauren Lavera, has been super busy as well. She stars in Darren Bousman's next feature titled Twisted, alongside Jaimin Unsu and Gina Phillips. The upcoming horror flick follows two millennials who scam unsuspecting tenants by renting out expensive New York City apartments that they don't actually own. The scheme works until they encounter an apartment owner with a hidden agenda who turns the tables on them. Considering Bousman's history with the Saw franchise, I wouldn't be shocked if this tenant wanted to put these millennials in some sort of trap.
I want to play a game.
Elliot Fulham, whose character Jonathan may or may not be alive in Terrifier 4, just put out a short film called Wolf in Crown. Fulham stars alongside Josie Debris, his real-life muse. It was written and directed by Kevin Veselka and co-directed by Terrifier 3 still photographer Jesse Corman. Wolf in Crown follows Steven, a troubled musician who seeks a doctor to quiet his restless mind. Meanwhile, Sophia, an apparition and the love of his life, is haunted by dreams of a luminous city she once called home. Their paths entwine in a world where doors fold across space, and an ancient evil called the Wolf in Crown guards the throne between life and eternity. The 20-minute short film is surreal and reminds me a lot of something David Lynch would make if he were still with us. Rest in peace to an absolute legend. It balances a somber and gritty tone really well while displaying some chilling imagery. A lot of things are great about this short, but dude, the editing is top-notch, baby. Damn. It makes me want to go make a movie again. I'm loving this. I highly recommend it as it's the first part of a larger series that's inspired by The Shining and Donnie Darko. It even features some of Elliot Fulham's own music. Give it a watch over on the Bloody Disgusting YouTube channel. Now getting into some more stuff that directly ties to Terrifier 4, Rhea Ripley is at it again, wearing an Art the Clown inspired mask during her entry at WWE Survivor Series War Games. She even had a garbage bag full of weapons and a can. The mask was sculpted by SFX artist Jason Baker for the event. Although it kind of looks like Rhea Ripley'd Art the Clown's face right off and is now wearing it as a mask, it sounds like Rhea wants to be killed in the next Terrifier film instead. Ripley recently said it would be her dream to be killed by Art the Clown in one of these films, stating, "I really liked Terrifier 3. I think that's my favorite out of all of them. Seeing Art dressed as Santa Claus is terrifying and amazing at the same time, but I want to be part of it. Kill me, please." She technically has already been taken down by the clown during an Ice Nine Kills concert. Between the multiple publicity stunts now and even a Terrifier Rhea Ripley merch collab, there is no way in hell she's not involved with Terrifier 4, but now the director has even come out and said something about it himself. Over on Instagram, Amber Thorne, who interestingly enough played Alice in Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, commented on a post regarding Rhea Ripley's Terrifier costume, saying petition for Rhea to have a cameo in Terrifier 4. Damian Leone responded with not necessary. Listen, you all know that I'm a stickler for saying, hey, this thing is not confirmed yet, even though it's probably gonna happen, but dude, like, this is confirmed. Come on now. Dude, I haven't even lobbied to be in Terrifier 4 this hard, and I was lobbying pretty hard, man. Now this gets even more exciting because if you go over to Damien Leone's social media pages, he recently changed his bio to Terrifier 4 in pre-production. It sounds like we're gonna get all sorts of Terrifier production updates real soon here. Those are always some of the most exciting, seeing some of the weird behind the scenes photos and trying to figure out what the hell is going on. That's easily my favorite part of covering any movie on this page, opposed to actually going out and watching it. Now, Rhea Ripley being involved with Terrifier 4 is no shock to anybody who's been keeping up with the updates, but my big theory has been that Rhea Ripley could be one of Art's new sidekicks. This has been a really interesting development in the previous 2 installments. We got to see Art the Clown team up with the little pale girl who is secretly Emily Crane, potentially one of his first victims, and then whatever this evil entity is seemingly got inside of Victoria Hayes, another Art the Clown victim who somehow survived. I think these sidekick killers tell us a lot more about Art the Clown than we may even know. What's the very first thing that happens in the original Terrifier? We get to see Victoria Hayes losing it and kill somebody. Here, I don't believe she's possessed by any sort of entity, but I think that happens later on. My guess, based especially on the events of Terrifier 3, is that this entity can only take over people who are truly evil in nature. I believe Art the Clown was definitely that before he got taken over by whatever entity at the end of the original Terrifier, and then Vicky slowly turned into that over time. The entity tried to take over Sienna in part 3, but just couldn't. She's too good of heart, and that's why she's our leading lady, baby. Roping this back to the topic at hand here though, could Rhea Ripley be our next sidekick killer? Especially considering that Victoria Hayes got her head chopped off in the previous entry, and I'm pretty sure that Emily McLean, who played the little pale girl in the original film, may be too old to play that role now. What do you guys think? Will Rhea Ripley just be another kill in Terrifier 4, or potentially Art's new sidekick? Also, what do you think about this pre-production thing in Damien Leone's bio? Will we be seeing production stills from Terrifier 4 sometime soon? Let me know how you guys are feeling down in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.